Hi, welcome back. Well, today we're going to study more about the expressions of quantity. Okay, so how these can be used, in a real conversational level. Okay, so 진짜 그 생활 영어 회화 레벨에서 어떤 표현들이 어떻게 서로 같이 바꾸어져서 쓰여질 수 있는지를 좀 자세하게 살펴보는 시간을 갖도록 할게요. Okay? And then today we're going to listen to some advertisements. advertisements를 들으면서 어떤 표현들이 또 쓰여졌는지를 살펴봐야 되겠죠? Okay, so what you have to do now is you have to open your book, your purple book. 제가 오늘 purple도 입고 왔어요. Royal Family 같습니까? Okay, so today we're gonna study page 52 of your purple book, and why don't we go to number 4? Number 4로 한번 가보도록 하겠습니다. Okay, if you look at number 4, there are 12 expressions. 12가지의 그 문장들이 어떤 표현을 갖춰서 나와져 있는데요. 이 표현들이 밑에 있는 예를 들어서 노란색 그 부분을 보세요. Much, very little, hardly any 이런 것들을 써서 어떻게 바꿀 수 있는지. 네? Okay. So 어떤 것을 뜻하기 위해서는요. 한 가지 이상의 표현들을 여러분이 알고 계셔야지 영어를 더 능숙하게 아주 잘할 수 있는 거죠. So for example, if you look at the example there, she earns $1 a day. She earns $1 a day. $1 is not much money to earn a day, right? So you can change this sentence into various sentences using much, very little, hardly any, right? So if you look at the first sentence, she doesn't earn much money, right? She doesn't earn much money. So $1 a day is not much. And the second sentence is she earns very little money. Okay? 거의 벌지 않는 거나 마찬가지죠. Very little money at $1, right? And she earns hardly any money. 거의 돈을 벌지 못한다. So by using these expressions like much, very little, hardly any, you can mean $1 in another sentence. Okay? So this is what we're going to try to do from now on. So we're going to solve even numbered questions together. And when it comes to odd numbered, I want you to do it yourself. Okay? Promise me that you're going to do it yourself. Okay, good. And why don't we go to the first even numbered question, which is number 2, okay? If you look at number 2, there are 6 eggs in the fridge. Okay, there are 6 eggs. 6 eggs, a lot, just a few. It depends on your perspective. But, everybody should agree that some or a few and enough should be used in this case. Okay, so if these expressions are given, okay, we've got to use those expressions. Okay, so first, by using some, some을 이용하면 어떻게 되죠? There are some eggs in the fridge, right? So 6 is exact number. 6는 정확한 그 숫자가 되겠는데요. 여기서 some eggs, 약간 있다. 이렇게 얘기할 수가 있습니다. So there are some eggs in the fridge. But again, some is not like a definite number. It depends on the perspective of a person. So 매일매일 계란을 막 200개씩 넣고서 먹는 사람들은요. 6면은 거의 다 떨어졌다고 생각할 수도 있습니다. 하지만 상식적인 선에서 some이라고 써도 무난할 것 같아요. Right? So you can say it like, there are some eggs in the fridge. There are some eggs in the fridge. Okay, good. And if we use a few, some, a few, 6 can be a few. It can be like several, but a few is okay. It's not wrong. Okay, so you can say there are few eggs in the fridge too. Okay, and if you use enough, okay, do you think 6 eggs are enough? Well, just think about the case where you have like 10 people in your family. 10 members in your family? And 6 is not enough, but usually these days there are only 4 or 5. And if there are 6 people in the family, 한 6명 정도 그 핵가족 시대가 됐으니까요. 6명 정도의 가족이 있다면 6개의 eggs는 충분하겠죠. So in that case, you can say there are enough eggs in the fridge. 이렇게 얘기할 수 있죠. But, you have to remember, some, several, a few, and enough. 이런 것들은 충분한 것이 아니라, 충분하다, 조금 있다, 뭐 몇 개 있다 이런 표현들은 perspective에 따라서 쓰는 것이 달라질 수가 있습니다. 여러분이 얼만큼의 계란이 냉장고에 있어야 된다고 생각하느냐에 따라서 it depends on the situation. Okay? And why don't we go to number 4? There aren't any tomatoes. Okay, there aren't any tomatoes. Not single tomatoes. 없어요. Okay? So you went to this grocery store to buy tomatoes, but they say, I'm sorry, there aren't any tomatoes. 토마토 없어요 라고 얘기했을 때요. Okay? 자, 이 주인이야 뭐라고 얘기했을까요? no를 이용할 수도 있고요. not single을 이용할 수도 있겠죠. Okay? So if you use no, there are maybe no tomatoes. 없어요. Okay? So there are no tomatoes. You can say that. Or there isn't single tomato. single은 하나니까요. There should be singular가 와야 되겠죠. Singular form of tomatoes is tomato. Easy, right? So there isn't single tomato. What does that mean? 토마토 하나도 없어요. 한 개도 없어요. Right? So there isn't single tomato. Okay, repeat after me. There aren't any tomatoes. Sorry, there aren't any tomatoes. Oh, I'm really sorry. There are no tomatoes. Or you can say, oh, sorry, there isn't single tomato. Okay? There isn't single tomato. No S at the end. Okay? You have to remember that. Okay, and why don't we go to the next number, which is number 6. Okay, number 6. The given sentence is this. I have 5 days of vacation a year. I have 5 days of vacation a year. Well, is it much or not? Well, again, it depends on your situation. For me, 5 days straight in a year, I don't think it's not bad. Maybe I'm, too much workaholic. I don't know, but anyway. But, here, 여기서는 5 days라고 하면요. 어떤 사람들은 많지 않다고 생각할 수 있어요. 그죠? So, 여기서 주어진 그 표현들을 보면 not much, much를 쓰라고 했어요. Okay? Or hardly any. So, if you look at this given expression like much and hardly any를 보면 많다고 생각하는 게 아니구나. 알 수가 있겠죠. 그죠? Okay. So, what should be the answer? Well, 여기서 그 답은 어떻게 고칠 수 있을까 이거를요? I don't have much vacation. Okay? I don't have much vacation. Okay? Or if you use hardly any, I have hardly any. I have hardly any vacation. Okay? You can say that. So, I have hardly any vacation. So, 있기는 있죠. 5 days a year. 근데 그거는 vacation 같지도 않다. 우리 흔히 말하는 간의 기별도 안 가는 별로 쉰 것 같지도 않은 이런 느낌이 되겠죠. So, I have hardly any vacation. Or you can say, I don't have much vacation. Okay? And now it's time for us to go to number 8. The given sentence is 90% of my friends have a car. Oh, Daddy, you have to buy me a car. You know why? 90% of my friends have a car. So 90% of my friends have a car. 90%가 가지고 있다는 것은 이거는 누구나 봐도 많은 대부분이잖아요. So if you use like almost all, right? Not all, not 100%, but it reaches that, level, like, 90%. This much. This is 100% and 90%. Dad, 90% of my friends have a car. You should buy me a car too. 네, 그 다음에 most는 대부분이란 뜻이죠. Most of my friends, most. And then the majority. majority? 아니요, majority. 오케이, 발음 잘하셔야 돼요. 머저리가 아니라요. 액센트가 중간에 있습니다. 그래서 머저리를 중간에 액센트를 딱 주면 대다수란 뜻이거든요. majority. So majority. Okay? So the majority. 대다수의라는 그런 표현이죠. 우리 다수결을 영어로 뭐라고 하죠? How do you say 다수결 and one chick in English? Well, majority rule. Okay, majority rule. According to the majority rule, I would decide this should be this. Okay, so majority rule is 다수결의 원칙. Anyway, so if we change 90% of my friends have a car, Daddy. Okay, if we change this using almost all, you can say almost all my friends have a car. Almost all my friends have a car. You can say that. Or most of my friends have a car. Most of my friends. 친구들을 모아놨을 때 거기서 대부분. most of my friends have a car. Or the majority of my friends have a car. You should put the in front of majority. Okay, so the majority of my friends have a car. Daddy, buy me a car. Okay. 특히 20대 초반에 있는 학생들이 이렇게 많이 얘기하는 것 같아요. Now it's time for us to go to number 10. Number 10. The given sentence is this. There isn't one of my friends who married. There isn't one of my friends. 친구들 중에 한 명도 없어요. There isn't one of my friends who's married. 결혼한 사람 아무도 없어요. There isn't one of my friends who married. 요즘 결혼한 사람들이 점점 결혼하는 율이 점점 낮아지고 있죠. Okay? If we go to number 10에서는 none 하고 not one 이 주어졌어요. None and not one. So none 아무도 아니다. Okay? It can be used as a subject as it is, right? So none of my friends are married. You can say that. So none of my friends are married. Oh no, none of my friends are married. 이상해. 왜 결혼들 안 하는 거야? None of my friends are married. Okay, or you can say, instead of none, you can say not one. Because not one can be abbreviated as none, right? So, not one of my friends is married. You can say that, okay? But the only difference here is the verb, okay? Because when it comes to none, it can be like plural according to what comes after of. So, none of my friends as a plural. So, none of my friends are married, okay? So, none of my friends are married. You have to put are, okay, after friends. But when it comes to not one of my friends, okay, friend들 중에서 한 명도 아니라 not one, and then you have to put is as a verb, okay? So do you see the difference? So none of my friends, okay, you have to put are married or is married, okay? So I'm going to give you like a quiz. Are you ready? Okay. Now one of my friends, that's right, is married, and none of my friends, oh great, are married, okay? So none of my friends are married. Not one of my friends is married, okay? So you have to see these differences in verbs. And we go to the next one, which is the last one to solve. Okay, the given sentence is this. Yesterday, I ate hardly anything at all. I was so busy. Yesterday, I ate hardly anything at all. 아무것도 못 먹었어요. At all, by putting at all at the end. 조금도, right? So this is for emphasizing the sentence. So I had hardly anything at all yesterday. I was so hectic, right? Okay, and by using this expression like not much or very little or almost nothing, you can rephrase this sentence, okay? So the first one. Okay, why don't we use not much, okay? Yesterday, I didn't eat much, okay? But, you know, here, don't get it wrong. The thing is, he ate. He or she, I don't know. But, you know, anyway, the person who said the sentence ate, 먹긴 먹었어요. But didn't eat much. 많이 먹진 않은 거예요. 그러니까 I ate hardly anything at all. 그러니까 간의 기별도 안 가게 먹은 거죠. Okay? So yesterday I didn't eat much is the one that you can be paraphrase this. Or yesterday I ate very little, right? Very little. And yesterday I ate almost nothing. See, nothing is here, 0, 0, 0. But almost actually approves there, but it's not quite there at the bottom, right? So just a little, right? 조금만 먹은 거죠. Not almost nothing. 거의 먹지 못했다는 거. That means I ate just a little. 아주 조금 먹었다. Repeat after me. Yesterday, I didn't eat much. Okay? Yesterday, I ate very little. And yesterday, I ate almost nothing. Okay? So you have to understand these sentences in a group. Okay? 한 그룹으로 여러분 외워주시면요. You can use this, you know, according to the situation, 상황에 따라서 상황에 맞게 맞는 표현들을 골라서 쓰시면 되겠습니다. Okay? 다양한 expressions of quantity are good. Isn't that right? Okay. And now it's time for us to listen to advertisements, right? So do you listen to commercials often? well, 요즘에는 commercials, infomercials, and advertisement 이런 거 너무 많이 노출돼 있어요. We are exposed to those commercials. Commercials are advertisement through radio and TV. 그러니까 라디오나 TV를 통한 광고를 commercials라고 얘기합니다. Let me write it for you. Commercial. So TV commercials or radio commercials, commercial, and advertisements is an even larger concept. advertisement 이거보다 더 큰 개념이죠. 그리고 이 안에 또 infomercial이라는 게 들어가요. infomercial은 요즘에 케이블 TV나 이런 걸 통해서요. They give lots of information about this product that they're selling, and they actually take these orders from the people who are watching this TV, right? So you can call 1-800 blah 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 blah. This is the greatest job, okay? And 모델 같은 걸 딱 보여주고 막 그런 infomercials도 있습니다. Okay, so advertisement and commercial and infomercial, you have to understand these before we get into this further. And on page 53, if you look at listening and speaking, listening하고 speaking 이 부분을 보면은요, 우리가 그 advertisement, commercial, radio commercial 같은데요. 많이 듣게 됩니다. 여기에서 그 6개의 commercial을 여러분이 들으시고요. 문제를 풀어보는 건데요. 자, 일단은 2번하고 3번을 연결해서 풀도록 하겠습니다. 자, 2번은요. 이것을 쭉 들어보시고요. 어디에 해당되는 건지 지금 그 순서대로 나오는 것이 어디에 해당되는 건지 매치를 시키시는 거고요. 3번은 구체적인 내용을 여러분이 그 정리를 하는 겁니다. 자, 우리 Why don't we solve 2 and 3 together by listening to these commercials? Okay? Why don't we listen to the first one? Okay?
Sarah is 5, and this is her favorite t-shirt. It's pink with fluffy yellow ducks. Sarah loves her shirt.
It's my favorite.
And she wears it to play in the garden.
Look what I found, Mommy.
And you wash it at low temperature. And she wears it to play in the garden.
Mommy, look what I made.
And you wash it. And she wears it to play in the garden.
Sarah, what on earth?
And after a while, the dirt builds up, so the pink isn't quite as pink. And the yellow ducks aren't as fluffy. New System Sudso Automatic can help. Its advanced formula can remove ground and dirt, even at low temperatures. So the pink stays very pink, and the fluffy yellow ducks are happy again. Wash.
Mommy, look what I made.
After wash.
Look what I found, Mommy.
After wash.
Sarah, don't you dare bring that in here.
New System Sudso Automatic. It's all you could want from a powder.
Well, they're selling some kind of powder, right? So they're promoting powder. What kind of powder is that? Well, by listening to, shirt that Sarah likes, right? Pink, fluffy, yellow dog. And, pink is very pink, right? So it does not change the color of the t-shirt. And at a very low temperature, it can remove the dirt efficiently. What would it be? That's right. It's a laundry detergent. So this advertisement is promoting what? Laundry detergent. Okay, so if you look at number 2 and read the sentence, third sentence, okay, the advertisement is selling laundry detergent. Okay, so next to this sentence in a box, you have to mark number 1. 1, okay? And why don't we go to number 3 and fill out this chart together, okay? The first one was about laundry detergent. So name of the product is what? 넌더리가 나는 빨래. Laundry detergent. Okay, and characters involved is Mommy. Sarah is the daughter of this woman, and her daughter, Sarah, they're kind of, having conversation, and, this mama is giving narration to us, right? So Sarah found this really pretty t-shirt. She gotta love it, right? And she wears it every day, and she plays in the garden. She goes out and play and come back. And eventually, 먼지가 이렇게 쌓이게 된 거죠, right? Since the ground and dirt was on her, pretty t-shirt, and the pink was not pink anymore. And the dog on it, the yellow cute dog, is not fluffy anymore. What does fluffy mean? 복슬복슬, right? The 귀엽게, 부드러운. It was not fluffy anymore. But with the help of this detergent at a low temperature, she actually washed the shirt, and, pink was very pink now, and the fluffy duck is happy again. So what does that mean? All the dirt has been effectively removed, right? So the main character is who? Mommy, and her daughter, Sarah. Okay, and the setting place is garden. Garden. Maybe she loves to go out and play in the garden. And then, it's no problem for her to go out and play in the garden where she can, her shirt can have lots of dirt on it, right? It doesn't matter because thanks to this detergent, right? So you washed it and Sarah went out and played in the garden. You washed it and Sarah went out and played in the garden, and it was no problem, right? Because 이 디터전트 세제로 써가지고 빨면 되니까요. 그런 메시지가 주로 담겨져 있는 그런 광고였고요. Why don't we go to number 2? Listen to number 2.
Yo, Tony, come here. Get a load of this. Look at that car trying to park.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Uh-oh. That's just gotta be a woman driver. You know it's gotta be.
It has to be. Hey, need some help, sweetie? Hey, look at her now. Look.
I don't believe it. She just whacked that BMW. You all right, honey?
It's a guy.
A guy? Oh, it was a tight space, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, that space? Very tight space. Yeah.
Complicated.
Since men are responsible for 81% of parking accidents and 96% of dangerous driving offenses, why should women have to pay the same for car insurance? At AllSmart, we offer policies for women for up to 20% less. For a quote, contact your local branch or call us at 1-800-689-4200.
You know what? I think this advertisement read my mind. I think most of the women agree with this, right? Well, the commercial usually mentioned about, mainly mentions about it's not fair for women to pay the same amount of insurance payment. Why? Because, 81% of guys, 81% of the parking accidents, that is because of guys, okay? And 96% of a car accident, that is caused by males, not females. And why should we pay the same amount of insurance? That is not fair, right? I used to have that kind of ideas myself. But, this advertisement is targeting women. And what is this advertisement is selling? It's selling what? That's right, insurance. But, insurance for women. So, if you look at number 2, what's the answer? The advertisement is selling chocolate bar? No, we did this already. A new car? No. Oh, yeah. If you look at the second sentence from the bottom, it's for car insurance for women. So, in a small box next to it, why don't you put number 2 there? Okay? And what is it selling? Well, it's selling insurance. Insurance for women. It's the main product. And the main characters involved are who? Well, 2 men, right? So men, maybe in a car. Okay, 2 guys in a car. They are having a conversation about a person who's parking, right? And they are kind of sure. They're sure that that must be a woman. That's gotta be a woman because this person is really bad at parking. Right? And sweetie, may I help you? Sweetie, hey. They're kind of joking over the situation. 그래서 그 상황에 대해서 이제 그 막 농담조로 도와드릴까요? 이렇게 빈정대고 막 이러기도 했는데요. Oh, well, surprisingly, it turned out to be a guy. It turned out to be a man who got out of this car, right? 차에서 이렇게 딱 내리는 거 보니까 남자인 거예요. Well, it's kind of a stereotype. If somebody drives really, really badly, well, that is a woman. And the expression they use is, that's gotta be a woman. 여자가 분명해. 여자여야만 해. 저렇게 못하는 거는. 하지만 they realized that the parking space was very tight and it's difficult to park in there later, right? Oh, well, this is kind of a stereotype. And because of this stereotype, women, had to pay the same amount of money with these guys. But, statistically, 81% of the parking accidents was because of guys. And 91% of, serious car accidents are caused by guys, males. So, this insurance company gives 20% less. Offer 20% less deal for women drivers. Isn't it fair? I think it's fair, yes. So, setting places on the street. Okay, so there's two men, they're talking over a car, which is being parked, and, they are kind of sure that the driver must be a woman, which is not right. Okay, and why don't we go to the third one, okay?
Daddy, today I did a picture of you, and I got 2 stars. And Miss Lewis said I was the best in the class.
You're a very naughty girl.
Why, Daddy?
Don't argue with your father, young lady. Now go to your room. It's no use crying about it.
Tuesday Night Football, only on Channel 9, 9 p.m. Do not disturb.
Well, this daddy doesn't want to be bothered. Why? Because he's watching watching his favorite TV program. What would that be? That is Tuesday Night Football. Well, there's a term called football widow. 그죠? Soccer widow라는 말 여러분 들어보셨죠? 유럽에서 그 남자들이 너무 사커에 열광하니까 그 사커 시즌 동안에는 여자들을 내팽겨치고 혼자 그냥 TV만 보는 거죠, right? 미국에서도 여기서는 이제 football인데 American football, football인데 football orphan이라는 말이 여기서 생길 것 같네요. Okay, so it's kind of a conversation between daddy and daughter. 아버지하고 딸 사이에 그 대화가 되겠는데요. Well, what is being promoted through this advertisement? That's right. Tuesday Night Football이 되겠죠? So, 여기서는 football game 첫 번째 나온 sentence가요. 바로 지금 세 번째 들은 그 advertisement랑 연결됩니다. So, is advertising a football game? 첫 번째 문장 옆에 little box에다가 why don't you put number 3 there? The third advertisement is related to football game. Okay? And why don't we fill out this chart with details? Okay? Number 3. Name of the product. What is that? Tuesday Night Football, right? So Tuesday Night Football is being promoted here. And the characters involved, okay? Daddy, and daughter. And where are they? They're in the living room. And what are they doing? Well, actually, daughter said to this daddy, 아버지한테 딸이 와서 뭐라고 했냐면, I did your picture. What does that mean? I drew your picture. I did your picture means I drew your picture. 아빠 그 그림 그렸는데요. Miss Lewis said I was the best in the class and I got 2 stars. Okay. 루이스 선생님이 내가 최고라 그래가지고요. 별 2개 주셨어요. And she's so proud of herself, right? And then usually the response that she expected from her father would be, oh, good job. You did a good job. I'm so proud of you. 이런 칭찬을 원했는데 아버지가 저리 가. 시끄러. 이렇게 얘기했어요. She's crying. So why is he reacting like that? Because he's kind of, into this football game now. And he doesn't want to be disturbed. So don't disturb your daddy on Tuesday night because he's watching football, right? So this is how they are promoting this Tuesday Night Football. I think the idea is really great. 아이디어가 굉장히 좋네요. 그죠? Okay, so football orphan에 대한 이야기가 되겠습니다. Okay, why don't we go to number 4?
Hey, Dad,
I've decided which new car I'm getting.
Oh, yeah? When I was your age...
You counted yourself lucky to have a bike, and it was used, and you had to ride both ways uphill to school.
Now, well, that's where you're wrong, Miss Smarty Pants. I was going to say that when I was a teenager, I couldn't have even afforded to pay these terrible gas prices.
Neither can I.
Well, don't expect me to...
And I don't have to. 'Cause all new Star cars come with coupons for a free year's fill-ups. The offer's good for anyone between 18 and 80. Which rules you out anyway.
See your Tri-State Star Car dealer now. Offer ends soon. Coupons good for 1 tank of gasoline per month. Other terms and conditions apply.
Just like your mother. Always have to have the last word.
No, I don't.
Well, father and daughter, they are arguing. What are they arguing about? 뭐에 대해서 arguing 하고 있죠? Well, this daughter wants to buy a car, but the daddy is against that idea. What is the reason that the daddy is against that idea? Well, he says, buying a car is one thing. 뭐 차 사는 거는 뭐 그렇다 치고요. Buying a car and keeping the car is, far different. Keeping a car is another. 그 차를 또 유지하는 거는 또 그 문제가 되죠. So, with a high gas price, can you keep the car? When I was young, he's talking about his, his days, his old days. When I was young, 이런 얘기를 많이 시작을 하죠. 어른들은. 내가 어렸을 때 말이다. When I was young, it was really, really difficult for me to keep the car. I could not afford. What does afford mean? 그 재정적인 여유가 되지 못했다. I could not afford the expensive gas price. That's what he says. But, she's saying, through the mouth of this daughter, actually, the car is being promoted. What is the name of the car? The name of the car is Star Car, right? Star Car. And what's so special about Star Car? Well, it comes up with a coupon that gives a free gasoline, free gas, 공짜 가스를 주는 쿠폰이랑 같이 나온대요. And then you can use this free coupon for a year. 1년 동안 사용할 수 있는 거죠. Wow, so free gasoline for a year. Wow, it's a good deal, isn't that? But 나중에 이제 끝까지 들어봐야 돼요. advertisement는. So 이거는 a tank a year. a tank a year. endlessly, 무한적으로 이제 주는 것이 아니라 a tank a year. 그러니까 1년에 한 tank full 정도로 그 제공을 해준다는 거죠. But, the daughter thinks that is reasonable, right? And then she actually 아버지한테 아버지는 구식의 방식의 사고방식을 가지고 있다. You're kind of old-fashioned. 이런 것들을 넌지시 얘기하고 있습니다. Because she said that it applies only those people who are between 16 and 80. And that rules you out. What does rule out mean? 아버지는 제외예요. 아버지는 80세가 넘었어요. 구닥다리 사고방식 뭐 이런 얘기를 imply. 이거 직접적으로 얘기를 하지 않지만 넌지시 암시를 하고 있다는 것도 알 수가 있습니다. So, characters involved are daddy and daughter again here. Daddy and daughter, and here they are arguing, right? And a subject phrase is, we're not sure, but maybe they're at home talking about the car. The daughter's getting the car, and daddy is against it, and the daughter says, there is a good car which offers those free coupons, and it's kind of reasonable. I've got to get it, right? 뭐 그런 식의 메시지가 담겨져 있는 것이 되겠죠? Why don't we go to the next one?
Hi, this is Sue. Please leave a message.
Hi, Sue. Met you last night. Just wondering if you want to meet up sometime. I'm going away soon, so maybe it could be soon. I don't want to sound too eager. Not that I'm not eager, because I am. Geez, I hope you don't think I'm desperate or something. Anyway, maybe lunch, or maybe just some coffee. Not that you shouldn't do lunch. I mean, you're not fat. You're not fat at all, actually. You've got a great, well, not that that's important. It's personality that counts. Anyway, I have a lot of free time.
Give yourself a break. Have a smooth, rich Choco Crunch bar.
It sounds like if you eat this, if you get this chocolate crunch bar, there's a high probability for you to get out of a date with a nice girl, right? Isn't that right? I don't know. 데이트에서 실패하신 분들은 이 crunch bar 드셔야 되겠습니다. Okay. Anyway, this guy is very nervous. He's kind of asking out someone on a date, right? And these two recently met. 최근에 만난 이 사람을 그 데이트 신청하는 데 있어서 he's kind of nervous. He's very nervous, right? Anyway, he's asking a woman out and he's nervous. And here, what he has to get is this chocolate bar in order to relax yourself. This is the main message from here. Okay? And if we go to question number 2, what would be the answer? Well, chocolate bar is being advertised. So next to the chocolate bar, why don't you put number 5 there? Okay? Did you do that? And let's fill up the details in here. What is the name of the product? The name of the product is Choco Crunchy Bars. What does crunch mean? 아삭, 아삭, right? Choco Crunch Bar is being promoted. Actually, it's kind of a scientific, I think. Well, if you eat sweets, it has lots of glucose inside, and those glucose actually affects this brain, and you get, relaxed after you get this glucose in your brain. So that's why when you're so nervous and when you're stressed out, you want to eat something sweet. Oh, sounds very scientific. Okay, and this Choco Crunch bar is being promoted, and character involved. Who are involved in this advertisement? Well, man and woman. But we cannot hear woman's voice here. But this man is talking to this woman. Obviously, we know that. This man is not talking to himself, right? 자기 스스로 혼자 얘기하는 것이 아니라 여자한테 얘기를 하는 건데요. She does not answer anything. Anyway, do you think there is a high probability for him to get this woman out? I don't know about that. He's too nervous, right? Anyway, a man and woman who recently met. So, man and woman who recently met. Okay? And certain place? Okay, where's the place? Well, it can vary, right? But one obvious thing is they're talking on the phone. So, on phone is the answer. So this guy's kind of nervous, and I think he's saying some, controversial things himself. Like, he says, we can have lunch together because, I don't mean you're fat, right? So he actually implies that this woman is kind of fat, and, he implies that this woman is not that attractive. Anyway. Fat chance. What does fat chance mean? 거의 chance가 없어 보여요. 그죠? So he needs to relax and he should get this chocolate bar. This was the message. Why don't we listen to the last one together?
Okay, everyone, welcome. We're gathered here today in the presence of others to marry Tony and Helen. Helen, do you take Tony to be your husband? Just nod. Tony, do you take her?
I do.
Great. Rings. Oops. Just leave it. Leave it. Kiss. Super. Husband and wife. Wife, husband. Right. You're married. Done. I'm out of here.
Come to Lee's Furniture after work. But don't rush. We're open till 10 p.m. weeknights.
Well, it seems like the priest is in a hurry. And where is he going? Well, 마지막 부분을 들어보면요. Well, Lee's Furniture Store opens until 10 p.m. 이렇게 나오죠. So he wants to buy some furniture, and he doesn't want this store closed. So 이 중요한 홀리한 그 matrimony, 그 결혼식을 지금 너무너무 스피디하게 진행을 하고 있습니다. Well, he has to properly say, like, do you, Helen하고 토니 결혼식이죠. Do you take Helen as a lovely wedded wife? And 그리고 Helen한테, do you take Tony as a lovely husband, a lovely wedded husband? 이렇게 얘기를 하고, yes, 이런 얘기를 받아야 되잖아요. 그죠? 그리고 I now pronounce Helen and Tony be husband and wife. 이런 식으로 그 전체적으로 얘기하는데 husband, wife, wife and husband, super, kiss, right? So 너무너무 빨리 진행됐어요. 마치 우리나라 예식장에서 30분에 한 번씩 결혼식에서 그 커플들이 찍어 나오듯이 그보다 더 빨리 그게 진행이 됐습니다. Alright, so it's advertising stores operating hours. Okay, so opening hours가 up until 10 p.m. Yeah, 그죠? So if you look at number 2에서 맨 마지막 보면 우리 지금 들었던 게 맨 마지막 6번째거든요. Letter box에다가 you have to put number 6. And now we go to this chart. Okay, if you look at this chart, okay, name of the product is what? Lee's Furniture, right? Lee's Furniture. Okay, and their opening hours are until 10 p.m. So you don't have to hurry, right? You can take your time. That was kind of a main message. And a character involved is priest. Okay, and a couple getting married. And Tony and Helen, okay, a couple getting married and priest. And I think this should be like priest. Sorry. And Satin Prince is where? Usually they don't have a wedding hall back in the States. Or, in Western culture, they do not have wedding hall. So, they're getting married at church. So we can guess that they're at church. Okay? All right. So far, we've studied page 53, and we've seen lots of different kinds of advertisement. And some unique ideas are, related to this advertisement. I see some people who are into advertisement and they think, oh, I will be a copywriter sometime in the future. Well, you have to be creative, and the best thing you get this unique and creative idea is by watching commercials a lot, okay? And be analytical about them. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up, and I enjoyed it very much with you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye.